YouTube, what is going on? Nick from Stack 'N Sell coming back to you guys with a brand new YouTube video. Today, we're going to be going over this lot that I just picked up just because I want to show you guys what happens with a lot of these grading companies over the years. I know there's a bunch popping up right now, and people are always asking me, who should I grade my cards with? Should I grade my cards? And this whole video is going to be about that, just showing you guys there are some companies that come in, go out, and then there's the top three players that have been here for a while, and their cards usually keep their value a little bit better than a lot of these other guys. Let's get into it. If you are new to sports cards and have never sent a card out for grading, this is a little breakdown of how it goes. So you will send your card out to a grading company. Most likely, most companies is how they grade their cards on a 10-point scale, 10 being the highest, 0 being the lowest, with centering, edges, corners, and surface, all being graded on a 10-point scale. And over the years, there's been tons of companies that come in, grade cards for people at different price ranges. PSA's cheapest level right now that they offer, they are the #1 company when it comes to grading, is $30, but you never know when you're going to get that card back. The other cheapest option before that was $50, and you're getting those back in around 3 months right now. We'll see how that works in the future with more people sending there. Other notable companies are Beckett, BGS, or SGC, and I'll show those slabs off in a little bit. But those are the three that have been in the hobby the longest, and as you'll see, they've kept their value the best as well. This video is not to bash any of these smaller companies that are starting up right now. I really hope they succeed, but it's more to just help the consumer in the way that if you're new to the hobby and you want to get a card graded and you're seeing PSA 10s do this, and maybe a PSA 10 does $1,000, and you go, okay, well, I'm going to send to, let's use an example. Let's use HGA. I'm going to send to HGA, and if this card gets a 10, then it's worth $1,000. And I got to tell people at shows and whenever people DM me, I'm like, that's just not the reality. People don't trust HGA. People don't trust a lot of these new startups to be looking at their card or looking at a card, examining it, and giving it a 10 to feel like if they crack that card out that they could send it to PSA, BGS, SGC, and it will get a 10 as well. So in my opinion, the best way for these companies that are smaller right now to gain more trust with their people is just grading more cards, being in the community longer. That's the reason why PSA, SGC, and BGS have been here the longest, because they've been doing it the longest, and they've got a lot of money pumped into them. They've got investors. So that's the main reason why people will not pay a premium on some of these other companies that haven't been around for very long. So in this collection that I ended up buying, there was about 150 slabs, mainly PSA, some BGS. If you don't know, this is the PSA slab. This is the BGS slab. This is actually the old SGC label. I don't like it as much as the new one. I think the new one's a lot cleaner. It gives the actual like number that they gave out of the grade, and then the grade should be, nope, it's not on here. This is actually the old SGC label. There's another one that they came out with, I want to say, that it would be like 86, and then I would say 8.5. So even the older labels on SGC have changed over the years, and they've become a lot more, I like their new labels, honestly, a lot more now. And the gentleman that I picked up this collection from, I could tell that he graded these cards probably between, I want to say 1999 and probably like 2006, 2007. There were some like 2009, 2010 cards that maybe he picked up for his collection. Maybe he graded at the time, because cards back in like 2003, 2004 were only like $4 or $5 to grade. So it wasn't very much compared to now, where, like I said, PSA is anywhere from $30 to $50 per card. So this is just a little eye-opener for anybody that wants to see, oh, is my company that I'm sending cards to going to be worth it in 20, 30 years? Just so you know, this is what I'm seeing. I like to give my perspective when I go to shows and just see, like, show you guys what I'm seeing, so then you guys know. So these are just some of the random companies that he had cards graded with. FGA, never heard of it. this is like the most rip-off version of PSA I've ever seen. These are like, look at how small this is. Let's compare this. Look at this compared to this. This company is called First Graded. Then I've actually, Professional Grading Authority, I think they may still be around. May be wrong on that. Mint. I don't see them around. Gem Grading Incorporation. I actually like the slab on these. They're really thick, sturdy. I don't think they're around anymore. These I've actually seen a lot. I don't know. World Class Grading. I've seen them around decently on older cards. Nothing that I buy at like good percentage. I've seen these, FGS. These you will still see, and they still do grade. I don't trust their grades. Whenever I see one of these, my first reaction is, can I crack it and grade it somewhere else? A BCCG. It's a Beckett company, or it's like graded by Beckett technically, but it doesn't get the Beckett value. GAI, GAcard.net, Global Authentic Incorporation. Nope, could not tell you. Advanced Grading Specialists. Here, another one of those smaller ones, and then just a bunch more like FGA slabs that I found. Guys, this is just like a little bit of a thing so you guys know, like, some of these companies just don't stick around, and some of these companies will pop up, promote, market really well, and right now it's a lot easier to promote and market on social media too. You make a couple Instagram, you reach out to a couple influencers, have them pump your thing. All of a sudden you got people sending cards in and you're grading them at $8, $9. Then you close shop 2-3 years later and you make a bunch of money. So just beware, guys. It's possible. There's a lot of yucky people out there. There's also some guys that want to start startups that have really, really good intentions, but they're just not able to build the capital because this is a competitive business. This video was not to put anyone down in the community grading wise or tell you not to grade your cards with a startup company. This video is strictly just to say, hey guys, like, I'm seeing all these slabs, and this is just a little bit of an inkling of what I'm seeing at shows. And if you go to shows too, you probably see a bunch of other random companies. Just so you guys know as well that these companies come, they go, and even like a lot of these cards, you may be sending them to FGA Grading Incorporation, and it's $150 card. It may not raise the value of the card at all because the next person buying it is just like, if they're not a moderate collector and know that the top 3 grading companies are SGC, BGS, and PSA, they may not even look at the card twice and just look at it as a raw card. So it's just something to consider. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys can, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.